thanks for being here today. I thought I would discuss, as a 46-year-old woman in perimenopause, what my workouts are that have me in the best shape, and not just shape, health of my life at the age of 46. I get asked a lot, well, what do I do? How do I work out? What do my workouts look like? So I just thought today I would kind of break it down, how I program out workouts for myself, what has been very successful for me. And yeah, so let's just get into it. My name is Cynthia Williams. I'm an integrative nutritionist and a menopause certified practitioner. And as I said, I'm 46. I'm in perimenopause. I have a 5-year-old. I didn't have my daughter till I was 41. I have a whole other video on that and perimenopause, pregnancy, etc., and the trials and tribulations of that and how I've overcome them. But as a 46-year-old woman, I, around 40, started completely changing the way that I work out and do my health routine because, you know, it wasn't working like it did. Things weren't working the same as they did in the 20s and 30s. I had been in this fitness and wellness business for well over 20 years. I started teaching group fitness when I was like 22 years old, and I'm 46 now. And so it looks a lot different for me than it did back then. Back then, I could teach spin every single day, do group fitness classes, you know, whatever it was. And obviously it doesn't have any effect on you. And then go out and have 6 beers with my friends at night, wake up the next day, feel great, and do it again. That's not the same anymore, nor do I want it to be. I mean, I'm 46, things matter differently, or things have a different hit now than they do when they were in my 20s and 30s. But as a woman in her 40s, I really started shifting the way that I viewed exercise and the way that I viewed my body and what I wanted my body to do, especially being an older mom. It's not about just like looking good and having nice muscles. I want to move well. I want to feel good. I want to be able to chase my daughter around. I want to be able to pick her up off the ground, no problem. I want to jump on the trampoline with her. I want to race races with her. I want to coach as many of her sports teams as I can. Like, I want to be vibrant and alive. So I've really programmed out my workouts to represent this, and I'm going to share that with you today. I program out my exercises as well as my clients for 8 weeks. After that 8-week period, we will rewrite the program again, and it shifts a little. Sometimes you're still kind of doing the same movements, but we might be working them differently or change them a little bit to continue to grow and build strength in like those movements. So like squats, we might do, you know, some back squats one week, and then I might change it to front squats the next week. So we're still working that same pattern, just with a different stimulus. So we're still building strength in that range of motion, but making sure that we're good in that range of motion from different angles. My personal workout schedule takes about 10 to 12 days to complete. So instead of being on a true 8-week program, what I do is go through it 8 times. I keep my program inside the notes on my phone. I have it written out, the lower body exercises that I need to complete, the upper body exercises that I need to complete, the additional activity levels and cardio work that I do, and I just check things off when they're done. And when the whole list has been checked off, I delete the checks and I start it again, and I keep a tab of how many times I've gone through that, because it does take me 10 to 12 days to go through this. It takes me 10 to 12 days to go through it because, one, I have a lot of things that I'm working on, not just the strength training. As I said, I want to move well. But secondly, life, work, kid. Like, I have to be, especially in the summertime, incredibly flexible with my schedule, and I may have to shift and rotate things regularly to get them in. So that's why for me, it works more to have a running list of things that I need to complete. I check them off. Once the list is complete, then I start that list over again. In my 10 to 12 day span, I have I'm going to say it's 3 lower body workouts and 3 upper body workouts, because it typically takes me 3 times to get through all my lower body exercises and 3 sessions to get through my upper body exercises due to time. Basically, I do not want to be in the gym more than an hour. Sometimes an hour and a half is nice if I have the flexibility, but honestly, with my schedule and my work and my family, an hour a day is all I can contribute. So I need that hour to count. And the other part of that is, as a woman, especially over the age of 40, it is not about volume of exercise meaning as working out more and more. It means volume of intensity. So you should actually be working out less, but they should be harder workouts. So if you are doing, 5 to 6 boot camp classes a week, there is no way you are getting 100% in all of those classes. There's not enough recovery in there. Those boot camp style classes are kind of like this gray zone. Like, they're intense enough that you can't recover properly, but they're not intense enough to stimulate change. And I'm sure a lot of you are seeing that. I know you are, because those are a lot of the women clients that I get. So what you want to focus on is backing down off the workouts, having more recovery period. And then when you work out, it's 110%. You are really pushing yourself in those workouts. This is something I had to do as a fitness instructor, is how I got started in the fitness industry at the age of 22, teaching spin classes, group fitness classes. This is what I knew. This was the style of workouts I knew. I thought there was no way I could ever strength train by myself, because it would be bored and I just wouldn't get the results. And I was just so misinformed back then. And now I don't like working out with anybody. I like being by myself in the gym, and I can push myself really, really hard. There was a transition period there, but now I love it. Absolutely love hitting the gym and pushing heavy weight and seeing how strong I am and how good it feels to be strong and feel strong in the rest of my day and all the things that I do throughout the day. So my split, okay, I have this 10 to 12 day period. As I said, I have basically three lower body days, 3 upper body days. I try to get in 3 weighted vest walks as well. I am currently walking with a 28-pound weighted vest. I have worked my way up there. I started with an 8-pound vest, and I walk for 4 miles. So I don't increase the length that I'm walking. I keep my distance and my time. I get that done in about an hour and 4 minutes. I keep that the same. What I keep increasing is the weight during that period, because that's a progressive measure for me to know that my strength is improving. Weighted vests, I know they have, there's some people that are like, they don't really do anything for you. And then there's a camp of, they're great for you. I'm in the camp of, I love it. I have noticed, for me personally, such a change in my core strength, and core is shoulders to hips. So I'm talking front and back strength, belly strength, shoulder strength, posture. I've noticed a difference in my endurance, my cardiovascular health, and they feel really good. I really enjoy those weighted vest walks. Like, when I'm done with them, I feel like I have really accomplished something, and I feel strong and healthy and capable and mobile. I enjoy them. So I am definitely in the camp of, I think they're good for you. I think they're great for women, especially as osteoporosis becomes an issue. I think having that stimulus, that weight that makes you stay upright, can help to increase the spine and all the muscles around the spine to help improve your posture and your core strength. So I'm 100% camp weighted vest. The next thing that I get in my 10 to 12 days is sprints. I get 12 sprints in. And this may get broken up throughout the week. I may have to do 2 or 3 sprints and then tag it with an upper body workout. I never do a sprint and a lower body workout. I do my sprints on a bike, and my legs are done after the sprint. So trying to do sprints and lower body doesn't mix very well, but if you have to, you have to. But I try to either tag my sprints onto an upper body day or do a freestanding sprint day where I never do more than 6 sprints. So I'll put a example of what sprint training is below. It does not literally mean running sprints. Sprints can be done with ball slams, battle ropes, sled pushes, on a bike, on a rower. You can run sprints if you want to. You can swim laps. You can run heel sprints. Any vehicle that you want to use to help you get your heart rate to this supra max level, meaning highest of the high in no more than 30 seconds. So we're trying to hit that peak at 30 seconds and then take a very long rest break or a good rest break after that. You want to fully recover with heart rate and breathing, right? But we also want to let the central nervous system recover and our muscular stature recover so that you can push at that same exact intensity your next sprint, okay? So again, this is, kind of the thing with the boot camp classes is you're just kind of at this medium intensity through the whole class, never pushing here, but never getting any kind of recovery in it as well. And that's what's just going to continue to stimulate cortisol, belly fat, etc. We want to hit that sprint training, that super max, no more than 30 seconds, all out, and then bottom out at, recovery 2 to 3 minutes, and then do it again. And you never want to do more than 6 in a session. If you can do more than 6 in a session, you're probably not hitting super max levels up here, because by the time I get to my 6th sprint, it's everything in here to complete that 6th sprint. They are incredibly physically and mentally taxing, but you want to burn belly fat, you start putting some sprint training in. This is my plan. As I said, it takes 10 to 12 days to complete. I complete it 8 times, 3 upper, 3 lower, 12 sprints, and 3 weighted vest walks. In my upper and lower work, I am also doing a lot of mobility. As I said at the beginning of this video, my goal is to move well. Yes, I want to be strong, but I want to move well. I don't want to have joint pain. I want to feel good. I want to be able to roll on the floor with my kid, to climbing a ladder, to up in the tree the other day, to getting stuff down. Whatever that looks like, I want to move well. So every workout, I spend a good 10 to 15 minutes working on mobility, doing exercises to improve my range of motion and my strength in those joints to keep me moving and feeling well. If you want to get started with some training and you just don't know how, I have a couple of options for you. I have a monthly club, my Women's Health Monthly Club. It's $29 a month. Every week in your inbox, I send you your weekly workouts, recipes, guides, information, everything that you would need to be successful if you're a self-driven individual, and we'll do it. If you need a little more accountability, you need some coaching, you need somebody to help figure out a plan for you, I have a couple options. I have my WHR program, which is an 8-week program where we do some of that. And then I have my one-to-one coaching, whereas I literally lay everything out for you. I help you, I guide you, I provide everything that you need to be successful. So it just depends on how much accountability you want and, how much help basically you need. But you can check all of those programs out linked below. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.